Hey everybody, Karen from Ask the Spirit Guides. I hope you're doing well today. So we're going to look at, is the future just random, or does Earth have an actual blueprint? I'm just kind of curious about it, because if you think of, especially right now, I think more and more and more of us are becoming more and more aware that things are just not working very well, right? We've got all the chaos in the US and in the world, frankly. We've got chaos in Gaza, well, way worse than that even, in Israel, Ukraine, Russia, human trafficking, the ICE detainments and deportations, all the Trump shenanigans, the environment, all those different issues, the climate crisis, new technology, crypto, like the money changing, how our food is being addressed, vaccines, just everything, right? So there's all these different things, okay? So the question is, and this is what we're going to ask the spirit guides today. We've got a bunch of questions about like the blueprint of humanity, basically, okay? So is the future just random, or is it actually being shaped by a spiritual blueprint that we can all tap into? Okay. And I think we probably know the answer to some of that, but can we tap into it? How much of it can we co-create? And one, by becoming aware, more aware of what's been going on, so that we can start to reshape. You have to know what's going on in order to make changes, right? So, is that a part of all of this right now? So we're just curious about that. So there's 18 questions that we're going to find out about. Okay, let's ask the spirit guides. All right, so I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides, guardians, the lead team collective, and only those of the highest and purest light, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect my channel, your channel, our community, the lead team collective, so it is all of the highest and purest light. Amen. Hey, you guys. Hello. Just talking to my team real quick. Thank you so much for all your love, guidance, and support. I really appreciate it. If you haven't thanked your team, maybe do that. If you haven't thanked them for today, then now it might be a nice little reminder to do that. I don't always do it every day, but when I certainly get on with them for the first time each day, I do. And so you guys, do you want to answer these questions today, or should we ask the lead team collective? Do you want, okay, so no to you answering them? Okay. Do you want to ask the lead team collective? Okay. So the lead team collective is the name that all of our spirit teams, anyone in this community, has given themselves as a collective name. They do recommend that you ask your spirit team to be a part of the lead team collective if you would like to do that. Okay. This way you know that your team is a part of answering these questions. Okay. All right, and if you're brand new here, at the end of this video, I will have a playlist that pops up right here called Start Here, and that's if you're wondering what's going on here, that would be a good place to start. And if you haven't subscribed, we would love that. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, so let's go ahead and find out about this spiritual blueprint for humanity. Okay, lead team. Awesome. Hello. Are there any questions in front of me that are not of our highest and best interest to know about? No? Okay, as always, you'll refrain from answering if that's the case. If I ask something that's not in our highest and best? Yes. Okay, very good. Okay, so I feel like I just want to move you back just a little bit. My little hand back here is getting in the way. I bought this little hand. I just love it. We were talking in the spirit circle about unicorn blessings. It was an oracle card that I pulled, and it's called Unicorn Blessings. And then I ended up buying, the same week we were doing Unicorn Blessings, I found this and I thought, I just put a little rock here for now, but I thought it just reminded me, because the Unicorn Blessings, quick side note, first of all, the Spirit Circle is the membership for the channel. If you're interested in joining, check it out. So unicorn blessings, this card that we got was you receive unicorn blessings, so you can ask for a blessing, but you also give it out. Okay. And this, the week that we got that card and I went shopping, this reminded me of sending. It's like a receiving and a sending, and receiving and sending. Okay. Just reminded me of that. So like, I think I'm going to do like a little piece of paper if I want to receive and send blessings. So if you receive a blessing, you ask for a blessing, then you also say where you want it to go. So it's kind of cool. Okay, and we're also going to be starting The Wonder of Unicorns, actually, in the Spirit Circles. So by Diana Cooper, if you want to join us in that. Okay, and even if we're already reading on that, it'll always be in the Spirit Circle, so you could come in at any time and listen to the videos and join the conversation. So, okay, so lead team, question number 1. Is there a spiritual blueprint for humanity? This is going to be a good conversation, something new for me. Yes, there is a spiritual blueprint. Is it actively unfolding right now? Yes. Is it always unfolding? Like, has it been unfolding since humans have been on Earth? Wow. Yes. Okay. All right. Is it speeding, the unfolding of it, is it speeding up right now? Yes, they really started swinging on that. Okay. Yes. Is humanity ready for this deeper transformation that's going on right now? Yes. Cool. Kudos to us. Pat on the back. Good job, you guys. All right. Are those of us on Earth today meant to play a different role in co-creating this spiritual blueprint? Oh, no. So it's the same, we're meant to play the same role that humans have been playing all along? Yes. Okay. I can imagine because honestly, I mean, this seems very chaotic, way more chaotic actually than normal. But my guess is, let me just ask, is let's just say generation, I know it's not quite like that, but does each generation feel that there are certain times in their experience that is super chaotic? Yes. Okay. Is it true though that right now there are just more changes than we've ever experienced in one time? Yes. Okay. So those on Earth right now, are we here for a particular reason to experience this exact time? Yes. Is that true for anybody who's come in the past to experience that exact time as well? Yes. So I think that's what they mean by there's no difference, you know? Is it time for us to actively participate in rewiring the future? No. Okay. So there's no need for us. Is there any need for us to actively try to rewire the future? No. And what we mean by that is, like law of attraction, the positive, like, yes, they're saying yes. Okay. Will this blueprint for change require a significant shift in each of our perspectives? Yes. Okay. Will embracing this new spiritual blueprint, it's not really a new one, this new blueprint lead to greater harmony on the earth? Yes. It's not really a new one, so that was just part of that question. So let me just rephrase that. Will embracing the current spiritual blueprint lead to greater harmony on earth? Yes. Okay. Is our intuition guiding us towards this spiritual, where we need to go with the spiritual blueprint? Cool. Yes. And is our intuition really each of our spirit teams kind of nudging us, or our higher selves nudging us? Yes. Okay. Is technological overload currently having an impact on the energetic balance? Yes. Should we try to reduce our exposure to technology? Yes. It's really interesting because I just looked around our house. Like we've been, you know how you look around your house every once in a while, you're like, I need to redo that, or this needs to be fixed, or whatever. And my husband and I shifted furniture in two of our bedrooms. Okay. One of the bedrooms is mine, quote unquote, and one of them is his. So it's more feminine and he can do whatever he wants in his room, and I do whatever I want in my room, you know? And we switched the furniture, but we've had TVs in all the rooms. And I just said today, so this is interesting. I just said today, I think I want to get rid of that TV that's in my room. Because I don't watch it, and I really don't. I'm really valuing the need for quality sleep for my health. And anyway, so I thought, okay, all right, so this is one of my ways of reducing technology in the house. So I think that's good. Okay, it's just interesting that it came up on the same day. Let's see. Is our fear contributing to global unease? Yes. Okay. So another little side note. So the day before I'm filming this, as you guys know, I do pendulum messages from Spirit. And so they can give us not just they answer yes, no questions, but give us actual words, right? And then this came, one of the messages was Trump will hide. And they've been saying he's going to go to Saudi Arabia, okay? Like they're spelling that out on the pendulum. And then the oracle card last month said July. Okay, well, it's August right now, so that the timing is off, obviously. So it shifted. And now the card said March, which right now is August. So everybody's like, what the? No, not March. Okay. But I did ask them because intuitively I picked up that they want us to stop being so focused on the timing of when things are going to happen. And I asked them and they said, yes, that is true. And that we get in the way because we're like anticipating, and when we anticipate, the minute you anticipate the timing of something, it shifts. So I don't know how and why, but that's what I understand is the timeline. The minute we talk about anything, a timeline on something shifts. Okay. So, people who are talking about it like me, who are bringing it to you, maybe need to consider that. That's something maybe we can be talking about in the spirit circle is like, well, how do we shift things in the way we want them to shift and not in the way we don't want them to shift. So it's just fascinating, isn't it? As we explore, we're just exploring here. That's it. Entertainment purposes only, obviously. All right. So again, is our fear contributing to global unease? So that's one of the reasons why they continue to say, take care of yourself as much as possible. They continue to remind us of that, okay? Because the more I take care of myself, the more I can be in this time period where all this stuff is going on. It feels very chaotic and uncertain. The more I take care of myself, the more the less fear I feel, So I'm finding that to be true. Okay, like the better sleep I get, all that kind of stuff. All right, are we absorbing too much negative energy from current global events? Yes. Okay, especially if it's, you're watching constantly, especially if you're watching shorts or something, you're just getting constantly bombarded with new message after new message. That's just an example. Should we be more actively participating in movements that align with this video? Wow, good question. Yes. Okay, I don't know what those would be, but that's interesting. If you guys have any ideas about that, let us know. Okay, put it in the comments. All right. Are we meant to start more conversations about the spiritual approach to the future? Yes. Okay, very cool. That's good for us to keep in mind, especially in the spirit circle, just because we can facilitate more conversations in there. Is leading by example our primary role in this co-creation? No. Okay, so it's not our primary role. Is it crucial for us to focus on collective destiny currently? Is it currently crucial for us? They're saying no, to focus on collective destiny. Okay, they're saying no. Is it more important for us to focus on our own individual paths? Yes. Okay. And that alone will help the collective? Yes. Okay. So it's focusing on where you're at this time. What can you do that's in front of you to make a difference? Not worrying about stuff that's not in front of you that you can't make a difference on. So what can you do to make a difference? And also stay in alignment for yourself, okay? It's okay to do that. It's okay to do that. Will focusing on spirit lead to the most transformative change for humanity? Yes. All right. Are the spiritual messages we have been receiving, especially since I began using the pendulum and the pendulum map, showing us what the blueprint is? Are the spiritual messages we have been receiving, especially since I've been using the pendulum, showing us what the blueprint is? No. So it's those, they're not, that's not, I guess they haven't been focused specifically on the blueprint. Okay. All right. Is one of the primary reasons I started the Ask the Spirit Guide channel, which was basically end of October 2024, right before the election, when I did. So is one of the primary reasons I started the Ask the Spirit Guides community when I did, and it has grown to over, is this one of the primary reasons I have started the Ask the Spirit Guides channel? It kind of grew pretty fast in the beginning and still going, so subscribe. So yes, okay. I do have a little bit of a story about this that I've told in other videos. So again, that Start Here playlist would be helpful for you. Okay, so it's kind of interesting story. All right, last question. Will we continue to receive these messages from you or our Lead Team Collective as we move along this journey together? Yes, that's awesome. Okay, awesome. All right, you guys. Well, this was kind of different. I enjoyed this. Let me know what you think. And if you have any other questions, you could put them down below. And if there were a whole bunch of extra questions, like 15, then we would probably do a part 2 on this. Okay? All right. Take care. We'll see you in the next video.